parents and students, if you're unfamiliar with Google Classroom, please watch this video and get yourself acquainted. Google Classroom is a very easy platform to maneuver and navigate through. It's clearly laid out with 3 primary tabs, so stay tuned and learn a little bit more on Google Classroom. Okay, first things first. Just want to let you know that if you have a child that's in kindergarten, the kindergarten teachers have bookmarks at the top here, just like I have. So if they sent an assignment for your child to do on a website, please refer to this toolbar right here, this bookmark bar, okay? So if your child is logging into Google Classroom, please click Google on the bookmark bar, and as soon as they click Google, their initial will be up here in the right-hand corner. Once they do that, they're going to hit the grid here and simply search for, you might have to scroll down a little bit, search for Google Classroom. Notice I do not have an icon for Google Classroom because I'm not signed in yet. However, if you had a kindergartner and they clicked that Google bookmark, they would already be signed in and they would have their initial, and you would be able to see Google Classroom within that grid. The other students, the way that they're going to find Google Classroom is they're going to sign in through their Gmail. Okay, so I'm going to sign in as Mr. Tetters because I did create a student Google Classroom for Mr. Tetters, just as an example. So notice that I don't have an initial here because Mr. Tetters has already changed his profile and he has a picture. So again, I'm going to go to this grid. I'm going to search for my Google Classroom. Again, we might have to scroll down. Your students might not have it at the top, but his happens to be at the top. Now this screen's going to be a little overwhelming. Mr. Tetters is connected to a lot of classrooms, but please do not worry. Your child will only be connected to a few depending on the grade level. All right, so I'm going to go in the class that we're working through. Okay, I assigned Mr. Tetters assignments. So here we go. All right, so if I'm a student, I'm looking at this platform. Now, this is my stream. This is almost like a social media page. What it'll do is it'll just provide the announcements or any assignments that were assigned in the last few weeks, okay? If my teacher were to post a question or a comment or an announcement, this is where you would see it. You're going to spend most of your time in the classwork tab. Here, you will see all of the assignments that you'll need to complete. So I'm going to pretend that I'm a student, and I'm going to open this reading sample, all right? Now, it gives me the option to add or create, and I don't need to add anything or create anything at this time because there's no directions that tell me to create something, all right? And I don't want to turn it in because I haven't even opened it yet. So I'm going to open this assignment up. Now, just to let you know, Mr. Tetters went ahead and completed this assignment for me. He did it early, but before he did, this is what it looked like. Okay, so before Mr. Tetters, after this assignment, this is what the assignment looked like. When your teacher gives you something like this, she's directing you that these are the fields that you can type in. So what is her name? After reading the story, I know that her name is Nellie. So see, I'm simply clicking on the text box and editing the field. Okay, what is she? She's a nurse. So you can simply fill this out. Now, the great thing about using Google Docs or Google Slides or any of the apps within the Google platform is that this saves minute by minute and second by second. So if I come up here, notice that it says that all changes are saved in the drive. So not only does it automatically put my name with the assignment so it's easy for my teachers to see, but it is also saving this second by second. So in other words, if I was to lose power or if my little brother or sister came over and just X'd out my window, that would be okay because this is already saved second by second. All right, so let's pretend that I complete this assignment. I am finished. What can I do? You can go ahead and X out of there And if I open it back up, notice that my changes are there, they show. So therefore, after you exit it out, be comfortable going ahead and turning it in. You don't have to do anything else, it's already saved. So I would click turn in. All right, yes, I want to turn in. Now, if I said, darn it, you know what? I forgot number 7. I skipped it and I wanted to go back and I forgot it. So I can click unsubmit. I would unsubmit it and I would click on it. I would go down to number 7, edit, and complete my work. So now my teacher can see my finished work. They can grade it and they can return it to me. Let's go ahead and hit back arrow. It tells me that I turned this in. I'm simply waiting for it to be graded. I have something else here about PECS. Oh, it's a quiz. Please complete the attached quiz. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And it's as simple as that. Now I can view my score. Notice that I receive a score for all my multiple choice. However, this question right here, it's not that it's wrong, it's just that it's a short response. So your teacher may need a little bit of time to grade that. She needs to hand score it and your grade will be adjusted and she'll return that score to you. So notice that it says I received 30 out of 40 points. That is before she grades that short response, okay? Right, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of there. Exit out there. Notice that I didn't have to send it back to her. It automatically was sent back to my teacher. I'm just looking for more. Oh, here's a writing that I have to do. Let me open it up. Okay, this says watch the video and read the articles about schools establishing later start times. Then write an essay on whether or not you think a later start time is a good idea. Okay, so let me click on the link that my teacher provided. Oh, okay, so I need to read this. And this must be the video that she's talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna watch that video. I'm done with that video. I need to go ahead and read these articles. Okay, I'm finished reading those articles. Once you've watched the video or read the articles, then hit view assignment. In order to create an essay, I need to add a Google document. This is where I'm going to type my essay. Okay, so I'm going to click on it, and here we go. So this is where I would write my essay. This is where I would write my essay. Okay, remember I said that you do not have to save it because it's saving it, and you notice right here, all changes saved in Drive. It's saving it second by second. So I'm simply going to go ahead and X out of here, and let's say I finished my work. I would turn it in. However, if I did not finish my work, I can simply log out. Mom wants me to eat dinner. I can eat dinner and then log back in at a later time. So I would not want to turn it in that scenario. However, if I finished it, I can go ahead and turn it in. And there you have it. I also want to point out that Google Classroom is integrated with your Google Calendar. If you click on this Google Calendar, your assignments will populate here, and this is a nice feature because at a glance you can see what's due. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off his filter to all his other calendars here. And students and parents, here you can see at a glance that you have these assignments due on these particular dates. So this is your friend. Please use your Google Calendar. All right, so I did the opinion writing and I did these 2 assignments, and this area is just an area where my teacher would house different materials that I could use to refer to if I needed help on an assignment. You can look at that area. Just the best thing for you to do is just to browse around, play around with Google Classroom. You won't harm anything. Get on the stream, post something. This is just a way for you to stay connected with your class. Just make sure that what you're posting is appropriate. Others can see it. Mrs. Downing is logged in and connected to each and every Google Classroom. So we really want to make sure that we're being respectful to one another as well as our school and community. Okay? All right, so like I said, your stream is almost like your social media page, and you have your classwork page, and this is where you would click to find your assignments and to complete it. And people is just the people who's in your class. Here are my teachers, and here are the students in the classroom. And that's about it. That's as complicated as Google Classroom gets. If you ever have any questions relating to Google Classrooms, feel free to reach out to your teacher or reach out to me, Mrs. Tetters, and I'll be happy to help you out.